Maybe new managing moderators can. Okay, we don't need to do that. I love how YouTube gives you information about what's going on before or after you hit go live. I think they'd want to do that before you decided to start filming your live stream, so you don't have a big message pop up as you're live streaming. Anyway, nobody's here yet because I did not bother to mention that I was doing this live stream. A lot of you guys have been mentioning that you want me to do more live streams. You want more live streams, and I would like to start doing more live streams. I just got to figure out how to do that. That's the issue. It's figuring out how to go about doing live streams. I can't do them on top of my regular videos because I found out that YouTube is a fun game of algorithms. It's annoying. It's awful. I hate it, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, if I do live streams, like if I film a video, get that video up, and then just randomly I do a live stream, that live stream, due to the algorithms and the way YouTube shows videos, it like detracts from the other video, and that video doesn't get shown, and it's a pain. So what I was thinking about doing is maybe, I don't know, heck 0642. What's CS? This is RRS. I don't know what CS is. So I was thinking about maybe doing random live streams, or maybe live streams on some kind of a schedule. But see, the schedule is kind of difficult. I don't know if I could do that. Maybe I could. It's a possibility. But I think what I can do is film these, or like do a live stream, have you guys here looking at whatever with me, or doing something with me, or just talking, and then yeah, heck 0642. You're thinking of my twin brother. That's CS. And then I can like re-upload these videos. So this video can be tomorrow's video for people who didn't catch the live stream. I think that'll work. I think this is all gonna be trial and error. We'll see. I also don't know when to do these because I can't do these at night like I used to. I used to do these in the evening. I used to do them at like 8 o'clock at night. And I got a lot of viewers because I did them at night. People were home from work. I could do these at night. I can't do that anymore. Night doesn't work for my schedule anymore. I had a very different schedule. A lot of people ask, why don't you do live streams anymore? Because my life has changed. Very different schedule, very different life now than I had back in Pennsylvania. And recently watched the Nobody movies. Yeah, they're good, great movies. Heck yeah, awesome movies. So again, very different very different schedule. I can't do live streams anymore, like during the evening, but I could do them during the day. So I don't know how viewership would be if I did them during the day, but I could do them during the day. If you guys want that, let me know. But anyway, I'm back. I'm back from California. I've been back for 2 days now. I was waiting. I was thinking about doing a live stream. The whole way home, I was like, maybe I should do like a live stream when I get back home, and then we could discuss the trip or whatever. But yeah, so I got back. I was with Sean. You know, we did stuff the last 2 days, but I figured I'd do a live stream today. Random friend says, hi, Dave. Hello. How's it going? So yes, back from California. The trip was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Tiring. My back hurts like really bad from all the driving, but it was a lot of fun. I had a blast going out to California, seeing a whole part of the country I've never seen before. Heck says Sean has grown up. Like, yeah, he's 11 now. He's gonna be 12 next month. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a 12-year-old next month. 1 year away from being 13. Right now he's like a preteen. He'll officially be a teenager. Ugh. Yeah, he's in 6th grade now. Crazy. Anyway, California was amazing. It was a lot of fun. Getting to see a part of the country I've never seen before. I've never been out west before. It was the first time driving through deserts. It was the first time seeing those, what they call the SAR or something. It starts with an S. The cactuses with the big arms. Like, I remember seeing those, which was weird. It was only a small little stretch. Like in Arizona, all of a sudden, there was a small stretch where I started to see those pop up, and then they only lasted for maybe like an hour, and then just disappeared. Like I was expecting, when I think desert, I think those cactuses are everywhere. They're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna just see them like for like 3 days straight. I'd be seeing these giant cactuses, and that was just a small little stretch. small little stretch of Arizona where I actually saw those cactuses, which was really cool. I wanted to pull over, maybe take a picture with one of them, but all along the highway, there's fences. I guess maybe I was gonna say to keep animals from crossing into, crossing from the desert into the onto the highway, but I think it's probably a little bit of that, and to keep people pulling off the highway and wandering out into the desert to take a picture, then getting bit or stung or lost or something. So probably a little bit of both. But I didn't get to take a picture with one, unfortunately. But it was cool to see them. I took Route 10 out to California, which was awesome. Got to see a lot of cool stuff out there. Got to stop at the Thing, which was really cool. It was awesome to see that. Will there be more videos of Danielle and you in Disney World? I don't know. I don't plan these videos out. I just kind of film whatever. So what's it? It's dope that you got to visit Buc-ee's in my hometown. Oh, which one? Heck, which one's your hometown? Which Buc-ee's is your hometown, Buc-ee's? So yeah, again, a lot of fun driving out there, getting the Thing and getting to see other roadside attractions on Route 10. Oh, you were in Baytown. Nice. Yeah. Oh, I think wasn't Baytown the one? I think it is. I think Baytown is the one Buc-ee's I didn't get a magnet from. I get those rectangle silver magnets that all just have a Buc-ee's like building on them, and then it just says like the name of the town above it. I have one for every one except for that town. They didn't have them. They were out of them. I was so bummed. So I think that's the only Buc-ee's magnet I'm missing. I think it was Baytown. Pretty sure that was the town. I think it was the one that they didn't have magnets for. So yeah, getting to see all the cool attractions on the way out there was really, really awesome. That was amazing, taking Route 10 out there. And then 40 on the way back home was even more cool. taking 40, which is basically Route 66, for a long stretch of time. Lots of Route 66 turned into Interstate 40. So that was amazing. I know I'm getting ahead of myself by talking about, I'm skipping over all of California, but driving back home, like Route 66 route was just amazing. There's all these roadside attractions and stuff out there that I've, hey Lauren, that I know about and have heard about and I've seen people document and talk about and film and whatnot. What I didn't realize though is when you're going through like Arizona on Route 66, those roadside attractions are literally like every exit. It was crazy. In my mind, I'm picturing, there's all these roadside attractions and they're all spread out. Like it'll take you a while to see them all. Lauren says, "Love your jacket." Thanks. It's a little chilly today. I was gonna just do this video without a jacket on, but it's a little chilly back here in Vanabelle, so I popped the jacket on. There's a breeze blowing through the door. But yeah, in Arizona, like every stop, I was like, oh my gosh, there's that thing and there's that thing and there's this roadside attraction, there's that roadside attraction, there's this, national park and there's this thing to see. There was so much stuff to see. It was really, really cool. I filmed some of it. I took pictures with some other stuff, and then some of it I just had to skip over. There was just so much stuff. I didn't have time to see it all. I could literally do probably like a whole year's worth of videos just I feel like in Arizona alone, or maybe not a year, but maybe I could probably do like a whole couple of months worth of videos just in Arizona alone, just with all the roadside attractions just along like Route 66 and all the historical stuff along Route 66. It was amazing. It was really truly mind-blowing how much stuff there was to see. And again, I didn't get to see it all, unfortunately. I had to skip some of it, but a lot of it I did take pictures of. I haven't posted all the pictures yet. They're coming. They'll be coming to Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram at retroreststop on Instagram, definitely do that. I've been posting the pictures like every so often. I didn't get a chance to post them all like as I was taking the pictures, but I will get all those pictures up eventually. So California was also pretty cool. I gotta be honest. I mean, the part of California I was in. Hold on. Hi, Dave. I'm glad you had a great time. I'm glad you finally went to Disneyland. Yeah, we're going to get to that now. So the part of California I was in was the Anaheim area, which is like, Orange County, sort of LA area. Wasn't my vibe. I am a country, well, I don't say a country bumpkin, but retro, GameStop's considering Xbox 360 and PS3 retro. Yeah, I can see that. you know, I'm more rural of a guy. I like little rural towns and whatnot. Like that's my idea of a good place to live. Not nothing too congested. And that whole area, that whole Orange County area around Disneyland and whatnot, it was very congested. There was just, it felt like I couldn't breathe. There was nowhere to go. It was just all everywhere was either houses or a shopping center or a business. And then even Disneyland, as I'm sure many of you guys know, it wasn't like Walt Disney World where you drive onto the property and there's just all this sprawling land and you have to, you know, drive from location to location to location, from you to a different resort or to a different park. It's a big, huge, it's acres and acres and acres and acres and acres of land. It's huge. Like Walt Disney World is just gigantic. Disneyland is not like that. Hold on, what's this? What's it? Vinton says, good day, good day. Corey says, hey Dave, glad you had a great time. Hate to hear you're giving up your P.O. box, but understand, can't give you more mass cars or a couple spots, dog. Oh, those are both from Corey. That's right. I have my mask vehicle right now is in the library, and couple spots is, I think he's under the blankets somewhere. I haven't made the bed back up. He's over there somewhere. He's in the van with me at all times. So again, back to Disneyland. You know, Disneyland sits like in the middle of like a town. It's bizarre. It's like, it's not even like going to like Dorney Park or Hershey Park or Knoebels, or I'm thinking of like Pennsylvania amusement parks where, you know, it's land and there's like space around it or something like that. No, it's like, it's in the middle of a town. Like picture like a, I don't want to say I mean, it's kind of like a city. I guess Anaheim's kind of like a city, but it's you know, not like a city like Philadelphia or New York or Pittsburgh or something like that. But it's it sits right. It's plopped in the middle of just a town. It's weird. It's so bizarre to go out there and, you know, you park in the parking structure, or I didn't park in the parking structure. I parked in the lot. But I walked over to it. I'm walking through a town. I'm walking through this like little city, and then there's Disneyland. It was so bizarre. So the area I was in, I can't say I was like some big fan of, but I'm sure there's like areas outside of that are more towny that I would have absolutely loved. So I need to get back out to California and see some more of the more rural sort of areas of California. I want to see that and get to know that part of California. That I would definitely love to see. But it was the weather was beautiful. Disneyland was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. There we go. I love California, but can't stand how bad traffic is, especially around rush hour. Thankfully, I didn't really have to drive through any traffic because where I was in California, thankfully. Far Harbor says, how you feel about Goodwill? As you are right, it's not as good as it used to be 6 years ago. Yeah, Goodwill's just not the same anymore. So back to Disneyland. Disneyland, you know, the best way to compare Disneyland, you can't compare Disneyland. Do you think you go to San Francisco next time you go to California? Maybe. It's a possibility. I'd love to do Route 66. But that's Santa Monica, not San Francisco. I'd love to go to San Francisco. Yeah, absolutely. I want to see where the Tanners are from. So the best way to describe Disneyland, I feel like you can't really compare Disneyland to Walt Disney World. It's just not fair. It's not the same like setup. But I would say the best way to compare Disneyland is to compare it to the Magic Kingdom here at Walt Disney World. So if I was to compare the two, I would say that Disneyland is definitely better than the Magic Kingdom here at Walt Disney World. Absolutely, by far. It's a better park. Walt Disney World has 4 parks. We've got Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Epcot. Disneyland has 2 parks. I didn't get to see California Adventure. Didn't get to do that. But if you're comparing just park to park, and you're comparing the Disneyland park to the Magic Kingdom park, Disneyland far superior, in my opinion. I loved it. It was awesome. I had so much fun. The attractions were great. So many cool dark rides that we don't have here, or we did have here but don't anymore. Matterhorn was mind-blowing. Pirates of the Caribbean, better. Haunted Mansion, similar, kind of the same, but also kind of different. I've not been to any, but my sister has been to Disneyland Paris. Oh, I want to go to Disneyland Paris so bad, Lauren. That'd be awesome. I really want to get out there. I would say out of all the other Disney parks, that's like the one I really want to go to. Although Tokyo, I hear, is really good too. But I don't know. I don't want to go all the way to Tokyo because it's like a 14-day flight. It's insane. But Paris, definitely someday. I would love to go there. Take the channel, right? I like Disneyland more than Magic Kingdom 2. Pirates of the Caribbean and Fantasyland are much better at Disneyland, and I love that they still have Mickey's Toontown. Yeah, it is cool that Mickey's Toontown was awesome. Although I was kind of bummed I couldn't just go in the houses. I was hoping to just go into the houses and see, you know, Mickey's house and Donald's house and Minnie's house, but they were all photo ops. So you had to wait in line just to see the inside of the house. I'm like, I've already got my picture with all those characters. I didn't need a picture with Mickey. I didn't need a picture with Minnie. I didn't need a picture with Donald. But what I wanted to do was just see the inside of their houses, like you used to be able to do at Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World had the characters' houses for a while, and then they got rid of them. I was hoping they would have to allow you to go inside, but again, you had to wait in line and get your picture taken with the character and stuff. I'm like, I'm not waiting in line to just see Mickey's house. So unfortunately, didn't get to do that, but at least I got to see them, which is cool. Toontown was pretty awesome. Getting to go on the Roger Rabbit attraction was amazing. I mean, come on, it's freaking Roger Rabbit. How cool is that? I wish we had more Roger Rabbit here in Walt Disney World. We used to have some stuff over in Hollywood Studios, not anymore. And now, I guess Disney doesn't have the right, or I guess Disney still has the rights, I guess, to like their version, right, or something of Roger Rabbit, but like Roger Rabbit's now like gone back to the person who created it. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused how that works. California Adventure is a waste of money, in my opinion, right now because of all the construction. Well, probably a good thing I didn't go then. I definitely want to do California Adventure someday, but I didn't do it this trip because it was just too expensive. The tickets were already expensive enough. Again, thanks to my mom for hooking me out with the ticket. Getting a hopper pass, it was so much more money, and then I would have had to, and I only had one day to do it, so I would have had to have like split the day in half, and I wanted to do all of Disneyland. I didn't want to be like, okay, I did a bunch of stuff here, but there's still so much more I want to do, but I got to book it over to Hollywood Studios to DCA, to California Adventure now, because I need to do the stuff over there now. I didn't want to do that. I figured maybe next time I go to California, if I'm in the Anaheim area, maybe next time I'll just skip Disneyland and just do DCA. That'd be cool. Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin is one of my favorite rides at Disneyland. I'm so glad you went on it. Yeah, it was really cool. Although I didn't want it to spin because I don't like spinning rides. And I wanted to see everything. I don't know. I didn't want it to spin, so I literally was holding the wheel and making it like not spin. I'm a dork like that. I know. Japan from Canada is only 9-hour flight, so surely it's around the same time. I think it's like a something teen-hour flight. I think it's like something teen hours. I heard right. It's a long flight. I think it's way more than 9. I think. Glad they still have the Roger Rabbit billboard at Hollywood Studios, says Ryan. Yeah, me too. I'm glad there's still at least a little bit of Roger Rabbits in there. And they have Eddie Valiant's office with Roger Rabbit, like his silhouette busting through the window, which is really cool. I like that at Hollywood Studios, but there's no other like representation there. I wish they would build an attraction for him. That'd be cool, but I don't know if that would happen now. Unfortunately, that was something that would have had to have happened back in the 90s. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen now. Sadly, I think Roger Rabbit is just popular with people of our generation, but the kids these days, they don't know who Roger Rabbit is. So the odds of them actually building a Roger Rabbit attraction is probably not going to happen. Plus, I don't know what's going on with the licensing with that. Again, it's like it's gone back to the creator, but again, I think Disney still owns the rights to like their version of Roger Rabbit, kind of like Winnie the Pooh and like Steamboat Mickey and stuff like that. Like those cartoons have fallen into the public domain, but you can't draw a character that looks just like Steamboat Willie, Steamboat Mickey, and you can't do a character that looks just like Winnie the Pooh. They can be similar, but they can't be exactly the same because like Disney's version of those characters are still owned by Disney. I think it's something like that. Sweet say hello. Show the BA jacket. Oh, the back of my jacket. You're gonna make me take my jacket off. It's cold. It's not cold. It's there you go. This is Walt Disney World 71 with a Mickey Mouse. I love these jackets. I got two of these. I bought these at the Character Warehouse here in Walt Disney World. is where they take all the merchandise that is just left over from parties or events or just stuff they have an abundance of or stuff they're discontinuing in the parks. Lauren says, off, off, off. I'm sitting in the parking lot of a Hobby Lobby. I'd probably get in trouble. But Lauren knows where you can go to see that stuff. She's a subscriber. What was I even saying? I think off traffic. Oh yeah, so the character warehouse is where they stuff they're like, you know, again, they're just getting rid of, they're discounting or no longer carrying in the shops or whatnot. Although sometimes you can actually find stuff that's still being sold in the parks at the character warehouse, which is weird. I don't know why that is. Maybe they just have an abundance of it or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, I got these jackets there like years ago, a couple years back, and they were so cheap and I liked them so much. I bought 2. Did you go on Peter Pan's Flight at Disneyland? It was the only one of the Fantasyland dark rides that I didn't think you mentioned going on. No, I didn't go on it. I kind of regret not going on it. But is it a lot different than the one in Walt Disney World? I thought it was, I heard it was like pretty much the same thing, but is it different? I should have gone on. I really should have. Like, I kicked myself for not going on it. It's the only Fantasyland ride I didn't go on. I should have made time. No, Chris, they didn't take Jessica Rabbit out of the Roger Rabbit ride. They just put a jacket over her. She now wears like a yellow trench coat, like she's a detective or something, which is ridiculous because you can see that underneath the jacket is she's still wearing her like sequined gown. I think the issue is that, you know, she was too busty or something like that for, you know, little kids or whatever. So they put her in a jacket, a big yellow trench coat, which looks ridiculous. Like come on, like she doesn't wear that. That's not what she wears. Anyway, so yeah, it was still a fun ride, but yeah, I don't know why it's just stupid. Lawrence's jacket's cute. Thank you. I like my jacket. Hi, Dave. Here from PA. Can't wait to get back to Jake's Flea Market. Oh man, me too. I wish I was going to be there opening weekend. I'll be back up this spring. This spring, once Sean, or should I say the summer, the summer. We'll say the summer. The summer when Sean gets out of school. I want to do a trip back up to Pennsylvania to see some family and whatnot. He wants to go up and see family. I want to go back up and see family. And I haven't discussed stuff. I haven't planned anything out yet or discussed really much with anybody. All I know is my initial thoughts is to make it like a long trip, maybe like a 3-week trip or maybe even like a month-long trip. It's going to be a while. I want to make a nice long trip where we're not rushed. We're not rushed to get up there. We're not rushed to get back. While we're there, we're not rushed. I want to stop and see my mom. My mom wants to see Sean, obviously. So either on the way up there or on the way back, probably the way back. We'll stop and see my mom. I would like to spend a couple of days with her. Again, I don't want to be rushed. I want it to be a nice long trip. $20 says that this truck that just pulled up with all the lawnmowers and stuff is going to start doing maintenance right now. I'm hoping they're just stopping for lunch or just to pull over, and the guy's not about to unload the tractor and start lawn mowing and weed whacking right here. Would it surprise me? Not at all. I specifically did this video here to try and be away from all the noise. Let's see what this guy's doing. Hopefully see you there. Oh, sorry, where's it gone? So Ryan says it's pretty similar to the Magic Kingdom ride, but yes, I think you should go on it. Okay, so it's pretty similar, which is good. I heard it was similar. That's why I didn't go on it, but I should have gone on it. I mean, what would have been an extra like couple minutes of my time? I should have gone on it. I was so dead though. By the end of the day, I didn't get to see the fireworks because they canceled them due to the high winds. It was kind of windy that day. So due to high winds and the fact that, you know, it sits in the middle of a town, they can only do fireworks if there's no wind, basically. So due to the high winds, they canceled the fireworks. I was bummed I didn't get to see them, but I also wasn't too upset because have you ever been so tired? Your body just starts to shake, like you go into like convulsions. That was me. By the end of my day in Disneyland, I was so tired that I was literally shaking and going into convulsions. So when they were like, you know, they made the announcement, sorry, due to high winds, we're, you know, the tonight's yada 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 fireworks. There won't be fireworks. We'll just be doing the projections. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving. I wasn't all that upset because I was so tired, but I don't know. Maybe I should just pushed through and went on a couple more attractions that I didn't get to go on. But I pretty much went on everything I wanted to go on anyway. So there really wasn't anything I missed. Other than, Peter Pan, yeah, but again, we have that here. I didn't really miss anything. I think I went on pretty much everything. I didn't go to the monorail though. I should have just rode the monorail around once. That would have been fun. But anyway, I pretty much did most everything I wanted to do while I was in Disneyland. So I got to do pretty much all of it. I did get to see the parade there. What's it called? Is it Spectacle of Light or so, what's the parade called? I got to see that. That was amazing because it's kind of like their new version of the Electrical Light Parade. I prefer the Electrical Light Parade, but it was still really cool. It was awesome. Oh my gosh, Ryan, Indiana Jones. Yes, I did get to go on it. I had to wait though. Actually, I got to go on right away, thankfully. So I had a return time for it to get on. And then when I went, I think I did my video right before I was going to go on it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the video I shot out there, I was pretty much like, hey, I'm going to go get on, let's walk around a little bit. And now I'm going to head over to Indiana Jones, get on Indiana Jones. When I got there, it was shut down. It was closed down. I don't know, something broke, something fell on the track. For whatever reason, they had to shut it down. So I was so bummed. So they gave me a return time to go ride something else. So I think I went and rode Big Thunder Mountain, which, again, better than the one at Disney World? Possibly. So I went and rode Big Thunder Mountain, and then I came back, and then as I'm walking back, like maybe like I don't know, half hour later or something, I'm walking back past Indiana Jones, and I see it's open, and I'm like, I'm so bummed. So I went up to the guy, and I was like, hey, I had a return time for this, but like they canceled it. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, we're back open. Just go ahead. It was like, nice. People that were so nice, by the way. I had heard rumors that the cast members at Disneyland are not as nice as the cast members at Walt Disney World. And the rumor was always that they're kind of mean, they're not as friendly, they're kind of grumpy, because to them it's just a day job. It's just like working at like any other theme park, as opposed to Walt Disney World, where people like kind of make it their life. That's what I had heard. I don't know, maybe I just caught them on a good day, because every cast member I talked to was super nice. They were all very friendly, very polite, just like Walt Disney World. Nobody was mean. Nobody was a jerk. They were all very accommodating. Nobody gave me any guff about anything. Again, the Indiana Jones guy was like, "Oh yeah, fine. You had a return time. Yeah, you just pop on. Whatever. Just go ahead." Like he didn't question it. He wasn't like, "Oh, let me look up to make sure you actually had a return time," or like he didn't care. He was just like, "Yeah, just go on." That's like sweet. It was just so nice. Some cast members were making jokes and stuff. It was awesome. Everybody out there was so friendly. But Indiana Jones, oh my gosh. It was such a cool ride. I'm really looking forward to the Indiana Jones ride we're getting here, which I think is going to be very similar, or like maybe the same ride. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not the same. I'm hoping it's just maybe similar. I'm hoping it's different. I'm really hoping it's a different ride. But we're getting an Indiana Jones attraction here now in at the Animal Kingdom. They got rid of Dinosaur. They're turning it into an Indiana Jones ride. I'm excited for it. I'll miss Dinosaur. Dinosaur was a great ride. I wish they would have kept it and then also built an Indiana Jones. That'd have been awesome. They had talked about doing an Indiana Jones land over at Hollywood Studios for a while. Kind of wish they would have just gone that route, but typical Disney, they like to shut rides down to build new rides instead of leaving rides up and then also building new attractions. I mean, it's all about money. It's cheaper that way to get rid of something and then build something new, as opposed to just keeping more maintenance on more rides. I get it, but the more the better, and it's better for people who are visiting as well, who it's for capacity reasons. It's better, and anyway, it cuts down on lines. The more attractions you have, the less longer lines are. But anyway, looking forward to it, because Indiana Jones was such a good ride. Kind of bummed I didn't ride twice. Was that like almost an accident? Did you guys hear that? I heard squealing tires and honking horns. Anyway, yeah, kind of bummed I didn't get on twice. There was a couple of rides I kind of wish I would have done twice, like Indiana Jones. I didn't get back on the Matterhorn. The line, the rest of the day, I got on it kind of early, but the rest of the day, the line was crazy for the Matterhorn. So I didn't get to go back on that. Wish I would have, because the Matterhorn was awesome. That was my favorite ride in Disneyland. Would have liked to have gone on Pirates one more time. Probably that's a 3 attractions I probably would have done again. I would have done Matterhorn again. I would have done Pirates again, and I would have done Indiana Jones again if I would have had more time. Those are the 3 rides I would have redone if I had the time. But again, it was a long day. I didn't have the time. Looking back on it, I sort of, when I first got to the park, I literally walked around it. I wanted to take it in. Do I regret that? Only partially. When I got to the park for the first, almost for an hour, I just walked around. I was like, I want to get my bearings. I want to see the park. I want to just take it in. I don't want to get on a ride. I want to just kind of walk around and be like, oh, there's that thing, and there's this. I remember people talking about that, and there's this historical thing, and there's where Walt stood, and there's his apartment, and there's this and that. So I just kind of walked around, and basically for an hour, I just walked around the park and explored the park and just took it all in because, I've seen so many people vlog from the park before, but it's kind of, you can't get your bearings. Like, 1 minute they're in this part of the park, then they're in this part of the park, then they're over here, then they're over there, and it's like, in your head, you're like, okay, I know all these areas, but I don't know how they correlate to each other and where they are. So I wanted to get it. I wanted to just take it all in. So I'm glad I walked around and did that. But at the same time, I'm like, man, the wait times when I first got there, everything was like a walk on. I'm like, maybe I should have just wrote some stuff and walked around after the parks got more busier. But it was kind of nice to walk around the park where there being hardly anybody in it. It was really nice. I was walking around, and there were spots in the park that I was walking around where it was just me. It was really nice. Okay, we're off. Here we go. Excuse me. Houston has become a big spring break hotspot, and I don't know why. Really? Houston, Texas, huh? Haven't been. I think I drove. Did I drive past? No, I don't think I. Maybe. I don't know. I can't. Houston's up more northern, right? Or is it? I forget where Houston is in Texas. It's a big state. Driving Route 10, it took like 2 days to get through Texas. It was insane how big Texas is. It was crazy. So big. Off topic, but have you seen Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro on Netflix? It was fantastic, and I heard that and my favorite movie K-pop Demon Hunters are getting Criterion releases. Oh, cool. No, I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Sean was very happy I was home. He was very glad to see me. We'll be hanging out again tomorrow. I think it'll be different as the Indiana Jones ride is over 30 years old. Wow, Indiana Jones is 30 years old. Yeah, is it? When did it open? 90s? Wow. Yeah, I'm hoping it's different. It better be different. Like, I don't mind when both parks have like 2 of the same type of attractions, but make them different. I hate when it's like, oh, we're gonna put in this attraction at Disneyland, or we're gonna put in this attraction at Walt Disney World, but it's just like a literal clone of an attraction from the other park. It's like, well then it gives me less of a reason to go visit these other parks if all the rides are going to be just the same thing. They did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway over in not DCA in Disneyland. I didn't go on that because I've heard it's the same exact attraction as it is at Hollywood Studios. Am I right, or am I wrong about that? You guys can correct me if I'm right or wrong about that. I've heard it's the same exact thing. I heard it's literally just a cookie cutter, same attraction, which is why I didn't even go on it, because I've been on the one here at Walt Disney World, 100 times. I was like, well, I got other rides I want to get on, so I didn't even go on it over there. Okay, we got that is disappointing. They do that as the whole reason Walt was interested in Florida was for its blessing of size. Yeah, I know. You would like them getting rid of Tom Sawyer Island here at Walt Disney World is just ridiculous. They have room to expand, and they're building some new stuff, but they had room to expand. If they wanted to build a new Cars Land area, easily could have done that. They had room to build it. They could have built a whole new Cars Land, plus the new Villains Land they're building. They could have done all that stuff over in the Magic Kingdom and kept Tom Sawyer Island, which they really should have done. By the way, I loved going over to the Tom Sawyer Island, the Pirate's Lair Island over at in Disneyland. I spent a good hour over there just walking around exploring. That was so much fun. I was like, man, I miss this over at Walt Disney World. But I will say the Disneyland one better. They got more caves and more things to crawl around, and it was fun over there. Although, if you are anybody of any size, good luck. The caves and a lot of the things to crawl around in and go see over at the Pirate's Lair at Tom Sawyer Island over in Disneyland, even I was like having a tough time fitting through some of the stuff. It was tight squeezes. I wonder how many kids get lost over there due to parents being like, I can't fit through here. I'll meet you back around the other side. Or how many people just get stuck on that island. I wonder, but it was fun. It was great. Ugh. It's just dumb. Again, I don't know why Disney does it. I don't know why Disney feels the need to close things down to open things up. I know it's a money thing. It's a maintenance thing. It's the less, the less rides, the less maintenance, the less upkeep, the less you got to pay. I get it, but it's stupid. Pirates of the Caribbean is my favorite ride. I rode it lots of times when I went in 2001 and 2024. Disneyland or Walt Disney World? I will say this, though. Even though the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, I felt the attraction itself was better at Disneyland, the queue line, the line you actually have to wait in, is way better at Walt Disney World. I will say that, because Pirates of the Caribbean has my all-time favorite queue line. It's my favorite. Second favorite is Little Mermaid. I think but they're actually kind of similar. Like, I say that and I think to myself, wait, they almost have a similar feel. You're in a castle, like you're entering into a castle. Yeah, I just thought about that. They're very similar kind of feels. Anyway, the Pirates of the Caribbean queue line at Walt Disney World is my favorite line to be in. It's awesome. I love it. There's not a big queue line at a lot of it's outside and whatnot at Disneyland, but the attraction itself is better. You need to go back to California in November when the Haunted Mansion transforms to the night before Christmas. Yeah, I would love to see that. That's definitely a bucket list thing I want to do. You should do the Main Street Story Tour next time you go to Disneyland. I did in 2024, and you get to go in Walt's apartment. Oh, that would be cool. I would love to see that. I should do that. You're right. Wow, Disneyland's Indiana Jones opened up in 1995. I'm kind of blown away by that. I thought it was way later. David says, hey. I don't like that Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland is the exact same as Hollywood Studios. The land takes up too much space and doesn't really fit Walt's park. Yeah, it is kind of weird. It seems like a park it seems like it would have made more sense over at DCA, but I guess they couldn't fit it over there. I would assume that's why they didn't put it there. They put it in Disneyland instead of DCA. I'm assuming it's a size thing. I'm guessing. I don't know, or a land thing, a room thing. But yeah, it's like the same thing. I walked through it, but I didn't go on a single attraction there because it was literally the same as it is over in Hollywood Studios. I walked through and I was like, yep, I've been here. I've been on these attractions. I've walked through here before. What movie had they not made roller coaster for? What movie had they not made roller coaster for that you want for? Says Acres. Are you saying what movie would I like to see a roller coaster for? I don't know. They're doing a Monsters Inc. one. I always wanted to see like a floor factory or a door factory. Monsters Inc. ride. They're doing that, so that's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be a whole like weird type of roller coaster too. So that's gonna be cool. I don't know. Like what I'm trying to think of what I would want to. You know what? Honestly, I don't even want movies. I want more original IPs. Like, I'm so sick of everything at Disney having to be. I like how this whole video just got. I was talking about my trip, and this whole video just became Disney World, Disneyland. I hate that everything has to be an IP now. Everything has to be based off a movie. Everything has to be based off or like a TV show or something like that. Everything is all about, oh, we made this new movie. Let's make a ride for it. I'm kind of tired of it. I miss Disney just going, hey, we have this cool idea. It's got nothing to do with an attraction. Let's just build a ride for it. I want to see more of that. There was rumors of like them doing like a Mulan roller coaster over in Magic Kingdom. That'd be cool. Of course, there was like a roller coaster that was supposed to be a Mount Fuji roller coaster that they were supposed to have built in Epcot. That'd be cool to see if they ever did that. I mean, I guess they never will. Epcot just needs more work in general. If you guys don't know, there was a whole big renovation. The whole park was going to be like just completely redone, and then COVID happened, and they had in budget cuts, and they just like, Epcot. I don't know if it's even. I don't know if I'd say it. Actually, no. I'm going to say it's worse. I think Epcot's, had they done everything that Epcot they had planned on doing, I would have probably been saying Epcot is, man, it needed to work. It needed to work, and it's looking great now. It's amazing. But because of the shoehorn, like just crap they put in and all the stuff they didn't do and everything that didn't come, I feel like it was just better the way it was. Like original old school Epcot was way better than what they have going on now, unfortunately. It's weird. Like the whole Moana, like walk through adventure, that makes no sense there. It just, there's a lot of stuff they did that's just bad. Like a lot of bad decisions. I get it. 2020 came and they went crap. Like the millions of dollars we were putting into this, we don't have now, but I don't know. Maybe they just said, we're just not doing it and just kept things the way it was. I don't know. I don't know. It's a shame. Where are we at? Runaway Railway is the same at Disneyland, but that's too bad you didn't go on it, as they have an amazing queue, which is basically a giant Mickey Mouse museum. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I guess I should have done that. Yeah. Oh well. Next time. I'll go back. Next time I'll get on it. Disneyland Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, that's the one you went on. I like Magic Kingdom Pirates, but Disneyland's far better, says Ryan. Yes, definitely. Why? Sorry, Lauren. Why are you screwed then? Oh, for fitting through tight spaces. Is that it? Yeah. A lot of people are. I don't know how. They didn't. That land or that attraction was built, back when the park probably like first opened. So, or back close to when the park first opened. So they weren't making it with, they were making it with just kids in mind. Do you have a favorite comedy movie scene ever? Oh gosh, movie scene, I don't know, but some of my favorite comedies are like Young Frankenstein and Cannibal the Musical and stuff like that. I don't know about scenes though, I'm not sure. I agree with you. I also don't like that almost every new Disney attraction is based on an IP or acquired under Iger. Yeah, classic Disney from the Walt and Eisner areas need more love. Yes. Best 2 meals in California. I didn't really have any amazing meals. So I wanted to try In-N-Out and I didn't. And the reason why I didn't is because I want to make a whole video on that. And I had already shot stuff those days. I didn't get to do it. What I regret though is I passed an In-N-Out in Texas somewhere. Driving out to California, I passed an In-N-Out burger in Texas and I thought about stopping and filming a video. And then I didn't. And looking back on it, I'm like, maybe I should have. But with that being said, they're expanding. It might only be a matter of time until they come out here. And then I would really regret it. Then I would really regret, doing that. Because I can just wait until they hopefully expand. I'll try an In-N-Out at some point. I really want to try an In-N-Out burger. I hear they're amazing. I haven't had one though. But otherwise, I didn't have anything amazing out there. There was no amazing meals I had in California, unfortunately. I didn't really eat anywhere fancy. I ate fast food or ate at the park. I will say, though, the pizza at Disneyland and Pizza Planet, why don't they use the same pizza here in Walt Disney World? The pizza there was awesome. It was really good. The pizza they have here, it's okay, but it's cheap. It's these little cheap round pizzas. And if you get the pepperoni, they tend to get really oily and greasy. I got a pepperoni pizza in Disneyland at Pizza Planet the night right before I was about to leave, and it was so good. I was like, this is awesome. I really like this pizza. We need more of this pizza. They need to bring this to Walt Disney World, and then I'll eat pizzas more often. I would get pizza. So, all right. Anyway, where are we at? So Disneyland was amazing. I really liked it. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to talk about when it comes to Disneyland. I don't know. It was a really awesome, beautiful park. Liked it better than Magic Kingdom. The attractions were awesome. So many cool dark rides. There's a lot of dark rides I got rid of here. They still have over there, which was awesome to go on those. I always forget how quick they are. I go on these dark rides, and I'm like, oh yeah, these are like 4 seconds long. But they're still so much fun. I miss those. Again, Matterhorn was my favorite. Loved it. It was awesome. can't really think of anything else I want to talk about when it comes to Magic Kingdom. Disneyland. I said in the video where I shot over there, I'm like, Disneyland feels like a 1/4 scale, or like a 3/4 scale, not 1/4, 3/4 scale, Magic Kingdom, because everything feels a little bit smaller. Like you're walking around, you're like, oh, that's the same, and that's kind of the same, but a little bit tinier. And of course, the castle's only half as big. But even like Main Street USA, it's like, it's not as long. The buildings don't feel as big, but it's still awesome to walk down it and to see like the same stuff, kind of, and whatnot. Yeah, it was awesome. Disneyland was awesome. But okay, so back home, Route 66. Let's talk about Route 66 now, if we can. Route 66 was amazing. Getting to, would you like a dark ride set in your massive media collection? Yeah, although my massive media collection might not be so massive soon. I wish they still kept Splash Mountain Disneyland, but I'm glad at least it exists at Tokyo Disney. Yeah, we'll see for how long. So Route 66 was cool. I'd always wanted to go on Route 66. Cinema Sickness, Retro Rest Stop, the dark ride. Yeah, Retro Rest Stop, the dark ride. I like that idea. So I'd always wanted to go on Route 66. So that's why I took a more northern route. So getting out to California, I did like a kind of like, I went across like the bottom of the United States, going through like the Panhandle of Florida, then like Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana and into Texas and New Mexico, Arizona, into California. Did I do it? Did I do it right? I didn't forget any states there, did I? Maybe. So I did that, and it was cool. There's a lot of cool stuff to see along the way, going that way. There is some historical stuff, like the Route 10 way, so it was really cool. Oh, your cousin got some DVDs off me? Awesome, that's cool. So going Route 10 was awesome. It was cool. There was definitely some cool stuff, especially when you got out to Texas. It took a really long time to get through Texas, but man, the scenery out there on Route 10, just, you're driving through, like they cut these big like channels, like these big like gaps at like mountains, and you're like driving through them. It's really cool, and it was awesome. It was really pretty out there, driving through the deserts and whatnot. There were some huge stretches of area where I was like, boy, glad I got gas. There were literally signs saying like, next gas 60 miles, fuel up now. It was really cool to do that and see that. It was beautiful out there. And again, there were a lot of cool stuff along Route 10 to see, like Stonehenge 2 and the Thing, and there's other stuff out there I passed, I didn't get to see. I drove really close to the Alamo. I didn't stop and see it. I wasn't quite sure what parking was going to be like. I was gonna go to see the Alamo. That was my plan. I was driving past at the time, which would have been perfect to go see it. But I was like, man, what's parking like down there for my van? I wasn't quite sure where I was going to park, what I was going to do. So I figured next time I'll go see the Alamo eventually, but I got to figure out parking because I don't know what the situation is like. That it's it's a city. I wasn't quite sure, so I didn't do that. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff I saw. So I took like southern route. Unfortunately, I drove right past, like right alongside the border of California and Mexico, but I couldn't see the wall or really kind of see over into Mexico because it was dark when I drove past. I was so bummed. I really wanted to see like into Mexico. I could see the lights. There was definitely a town over there, and I could see all the lights in Mexico. I'm looking on my GPS. I'm like, okay, I'm like right here. The wall's like right here, and like Mexico is right here. And I'm like, so what I'm looking at are definitely lights from a town in Mexico. That's awesome. But I couldn't really I wish I could just see. I'm like, oh, I'm looking into Mexico, but it was nighttime, so I didn't get to do it. Have you seen the matinee filming locations? No, I haven't seen those yet. I definitely want to go visit those at some time. They're on my bucket list to see. The theater where they showed Mant is there. I definitely want to go see that. That is a thing I plan on doing. Bucket list item, definitely on my list of things to go see. I will definitely do that at some point. So yeah, Route 10 was awesome to get out there, but man, on the way back, I was like, okay, I'm not going the same way. I'm going to go more of like a sort of arch, more of a northern kind of like arch. That way I could kind of head towards my mom's house out in Alabama, because she's like northern Alabama-ish. So I could kind of head sort of, I could head that way. But I also knew that I'd be taking like essentially Route 66, even though I was mostly on the interstates. It's still Route 66. You're driving alongside Route 66 the whole time, and a lot of Route 66 turned into the interstate. So it was so cool to see this stuff. Stopping off in Needles, Texas, getting to see where like Charles Schultz lived for a while, like as a kid, and the hometown of Snoopy's brother Spike. That was really cool, and all the stuff they had there. Popped into the there's a credit union there, and they were like really friendly because they were watching me film. I had a hard time filming there. Very colorful cast of characters in that town, who not making fun. They, whatever their issues are, but I kept having to restart filming because of yelling and singing and just all kinds of stuff. So the people in the credit union who worked there, they were watching me like have to like start filming over and over again. So when I was done, I popped in and just said hello to them, talked to the manager of the building, the credit union for a while. Very nice. We were talking about traveling and stuff she's seen and stuff I should go see and whatnot. Very, very friendly. So awesome town. Really cool to be in Needles, California. A good place to start my Route 66 adventure. But then seeing like just getting to see like the Twin Arrows, just getting to see like the trading post was so cool. Like I just things that you see pictures of, you read about in books. I mean, the Twin Arrows trading post is like one of the most iconic Route 66 stops, which is ridiculous because it's pretty much fallen completely into disrepair at this point. I said in the video when I filmed out there, I'm like, this is done. Like they're not rebuilding this, or they're probably not fixing it. Like this is gonna have to just be rebuilt. But man, I wish they would. I don't know if it's a thing with the land, because I heard the land is owned by the state, but the buildings and like the arrows and stuff are owned by the Hopi tribe. So I don't know if it's a thing where it's like, like they can fix it up. To rebuild would be like legal stuff. I don't know, but somebody, whether it's the state or the Hopi tribe, or maybe them coming together and working together, just rebuild it. Again, it's one of the most iconic things on Route 66. It is one of the most iconic, most filmed, most talked about. Every Route 66 documentary, every Route 66 book, every Route 66 anything. I saw so many Route 66 pieces of memorabilia, and on every single one of them, there's the Twin Arrows. It's a piece of history. It's a piece of Route 66 history, and it's just decaying and going away, and just it's at the point now where I think it would have to be demolished and rebuilt if they were ever going to rebuild it, which is just sad. It's history that's just gone, which is why I had to stop there and film it. Getting to see finally Cadillac Ranch, even though it was like the most windiest day ever. If you guys saw that video where my hat flew out into the field behind it, and I had to literally go chasing after it. It was cool to see that. I didn't get to spray paint it or anything like that. So there were some cans of spray paint around that I probably could have used to just, do like an RRS or something like that. But it was so windy, I didn't want to spray paint because I didn't know, I couldn't figure out which way the wind was going. And I was like, if I spray paint and the wind's going this way, it's all coming back on me, and I'm just done for. Like my clothes are just done for. So I'm like, I'm not even going to touch spray paint on a day this windy. It was very windy out in the plains, out and like going through Texas into where was I? Into Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, so windy. Lots of wind turbines out that way, and I can understand why. My van the whole time was like going all around the off the road. No, I've not been to Dodge City. Again, things I had to miss. There was so much stuff. Like the whole time, again, every exit, I'm like, oh, there's the exit for this, there's the exit for that. Like I could go see this, I could go see that, but I only had so much time, which is why I would love to do just a couple months long trip, just Route 66ing, and just seeing everything, just every day a new video on just up in Route 66 would be amazing. It'd be so cool to do that. Maybe someday. Hopefully. I definitely want to go back out there and see other things out there that I didn't get to see. But Dodge City, yes. I drove right past the big meteor crater out there. I drove past that, but I didn't get to stop and see that. I'm trying to think of what else. There was a lot of stuff. There was just so much stuff I didn't get to see. But I did pull off and see some things. I did take my picture with a couple of things. I stopped off and saw Fort Courage before that's getting torn down. I was actually there, and they're literally like tearing stuff down. There was a big like bulldozer thing like ripping stuff down. So that's getting torn down. I think they got to take at least a couple of pictures of it before it's completely gone. Sad to see that historic piece of Route 66 just literally being torn down at the moment. I'm sure they'll put some like housing development in there or something like that, which is great. Hopefully they at least call the housing development Fort Courage Housing Development or something. That'd be cool, but it's going away. So yeah, I got to pull off and see some things and take pictures with some stuff, but there's so much stuff I didn't get to see. I was going to go to the Grand Canyon, but I didn't get to do it because I started to head towards the Grand Canyon. I turned off the interstate, started to head towards it, and then realized I was going to get to the Grand Canyon at like 2 o'clock in the morning, if not later, or earlier, whatever you want to look at it. I was going to get there very, very late, very early in the morning. It was going to be dark. It was like going to be in the very early AM when I got there. The park is open 24 hours. You can go see the Grand Canyon at night if you want. I don't know what you'll be seeing, but you can go see it. And you can park there, but you can't really park overnight. They don't allow it. I read that some people have gotten away with it, but I've also read that it is pretty heavily patrolled by rangers, and they will, knock on your window and say, "Get out of here." And I was like, hey, if I get to the Grand Canyon at like 2 o'clock in the morning and I sleep for a couple of hours in the van, but I don't get to sleep, maybe I sleep for like an hour and I get that knock on the window saying, "Get out of here." Where am I going to go? Am I going to drive like an hour and a half back out to the interstate and just continue on my way at like 3 o'clock in the morning? So I figured, you know what? It's not going anywhere. I'll get to see the Grand Canyon someday. I don't know when. I'll go see that some other time. But apparently I drove past Bedrock City on the way out there. I didn't realize that. I was looking at some stuff on a map, and I'm like, oh, I drove right past it, but it was nighttime. I didn't even see a sign. I didn't even see it. So I drove right past it. That I would have totally went to see. I really want to go see Bedrock City because it's kind of open, but like I don't know how much like that attraction, that roadside attraction has been closing for years. It's been in a perpetual state of like, we're closing. I don't know what's happening with that. So yeah, I wish I would have gotten out there at a better time. I would have loved to have stopped there and saw that. But, oh well. All right, a couple more. We're probably just gonna go like an hour long. Is California the only state that has that RV issue that caused you to get a hotel? I think here in Florida they are way more laxed. I don't know. California, if you have an oversized vehicle, they will let you like park places. If you're in a normal car, you can pay like $20 to park all day for like 24 hours. But in California, they will literally, you have like a 4-hour time limit, like at a lot of places in California. I don't know if I'm sure not everywhere in California is like this, but definitely where I was, there were signs everywhere. Like every town I drove through had signs that told you like, don't park here, you can't park here, go away. If you have an oversized vehicle, which this is considered an oversized vehicle, they'll let you park, but for 4 hours. That's it. You can pay to park for 4 hours, and then you got to move. You got to go somewhere else. Because they don't want people, I guess, parking in their RVs or parking in their vans or stuff overnight at places. For a state that's considered very left and very liberal and stuff like that, they don't seem to like homeless people or people who live in their vehicles. I mean, I don't consider people who live in their vehicles homeless. They're houseless. The vehicle is their home. They just don't have a house. They have a vehicle they live in. But they're very much, I don't know. They seem to have a very negative stance on like people who don't live in a house. So I don't know. Yeah, I had to get a hotel out there because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to park out here. I'm gonna, if I park somewhere, I'm definitely gonna get a ticket or the cops will be telling me to leave. So. What's next? Going north or south? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Again, I want to go north, back up north, this summer. But what I'm going to do before that, I'm not sure. Maybe south. There's a lot of stuff down south in Florida I haven't seen yet. So yeah, maybe this summer or before this summer, this spring, now, next couple of months, maybe I'll start heading more south and seeing some stuff down there. I don't know though. I'm parked literally all the way in the back of the parking lot, by the way. I don't even know what this person's doing. They literally pulled over. They're taking up 5 spots. Anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff I want to see down south. So maybe I'll head south. Maybe I'll do a video going down south and seeing some stuff down there in Florida, maybe. But I don't plan stuff out too much. Some of my friends are making fun of me because they're like, you didn't really plan this California trip at all at all. And the answer is no. I didn't really plan California out really at all. I just kind of just winged it. I just kind of where I went, I went. I just sort of went with the flow. Just kind of like whatever I woke up and whatever I was near, I filmed and kind of just didn't really plan really anything out. I didn't even, up until the day I was heading out there, I wasn't even sure what direction I was going to take. It just sort of ended up being like, oh, my GPS says Route 10. All right, I'll take Route 10 to get out there. And then coming back, I was like, I'm going to do more of a northern route, and then realized that 40 kind of took me to my mom's house, and then I could do like 66. I was like, okay, I'll do that. But I didn't really plan that out. Like even Disneyland was a spare of the moment thing. I had no idea what I was going to spend Saturday doing out there. And then I was kind of just like, hey mom, want to give me my birthday and Christmas present early? Bought me a ticket to Disneyland. And just ended up doing that. But that wasn't planned. I had no idea. I thought it'd be cool to go see Disneyland, but I thought it was gonna be too expensive and I wasn't gonna be able to afford it. But yeah, so I don't know. I wing most of my life. A lot of my plans are just to get up. My main plan for life is just to get up and then see where the day takes me. Very rarely do I go, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go see this thing. Sometimes I do. I'm not saying I don't ever plan stuff out. I'm not saying I don't ever have an idea of what I'm going to do the next day. But a lot of times I just wake up and whatever I film for you guys, it's just kind of what I thought about filming that day. When I woke up and went, yeah, let's go just check this thing out. But I don't really plan it. Where are we at? Sorry. I'm going to read some of your comments. Lauren says, please come to the UK. I would love to. Lauren's already promised me a place to stay if I go out there. It's tempting. I want to go. Can we go to Disneyland Paris can we take the channel and go to Disneyland Paris if I come out and visit you? I would love to. It'd be awesome. I would love to go see the UK. Hank says, don't go, Dave. They will make you an English breakfast that will come with a free 911 call. What about Slab City in California? That place is kind of creepy. No, I didn't go to Slab City. Again, so many places I want to see. Now that you lived in your van for some time, anything you'd like to change? No. The van worked out pretty darn well. I still don't have electricity in here. I have to do that. I just had a company. They actually contacted me while I was out in California and said, hey, we would love to send you a free air conditioning unit if you plug us. And I said, done deal. That arrived. That was already waiting for me when I got back here to Florida. So I have an AC unit already to be installed. I just had to install it, which means cutting a hole in the roof and figuring that out. But I had to put solar panels in. I got to do all that stuff. So that's definitely something I want to do. There were some nights where I was parked somewhere and I just went to bed immediately. But I was thinking, man, it'd be nice to just sit here for a little while and relax, maybe watch a movie or whatnot. But I was in such a rush. Like I was trying, like I was in a little bit of a rush out, because I needed to get out to California a certain time, and I wanted to go see my mom on the way back. So I wasn't like taking I wasn't as much of a rush as I normally am, but I was also not really taking my time also. So if I was to take any like major long road trips in the van where I wasn't trying to get somewhere at a certain time, and I did have more time to just relax and just chill, yeah, I definitely want to get electricity in here so I can sit and watch a movie, or not to use like a lantern or something like that, so I could actually be able to have electricity in here. So that's coming. That will come. I got to save up a little bit though. I got to get solar panels, but I got to save up for that, and I got to get rails for the top of the roof and batteries and the whole electrical unit. There's a lot of stuff I got to save up for, but eventually that'll happen. Yeah, there's not really much I would want to change, I don't think. If not for, I would say the only thing I would change, but I can't. I got Sean. Sean wants to go on road trips with me, and this is what I'm sitting on now. Is basically this couch I built this way not only for storage, but also because this is like Sean's bed. It's long. I actually really like laying on here. I lay on this a lot when I'm just chilling. I will just lie down on this couch. It's better than climbing up into the bed. I just love lying down here. I do it all the time. So I kind of like having this couch, but at the same time, if I wasn't worried about, where would Sean sleep, maybe I would have built like an actual like bathroom, but I don't know. I don't really need it. I have a portable, not to get all TMI on you, but I have a portable bathroom, a little portable toilet thing that I have. It's under the seat right here. Just lift up the flap and get it out. It works. It works just fine. Not to get TMI on you, but it works. And I like it. It's fine. I guess I don't need a bathroom. I guess I really don't need one. Especially if I am by myself in the van, but maybe I would have done that. But no, I like the setup. Everything in here is, as of now, everything in here is like perfect. I can't really think of anything in the van I would want to change. Everything's good right now. Dumb and Dumber. In Dumb and Dumber, Harry and Lloyd went to ride in a van for an hour. What you say? What? I'm sorry. What happened? Happy you are happy in Florida? I don't know. I miss the North. I got to be honest. Like I don't dislike living here, but I do kind of, it's a different lifestyle. It's different here in Florida than it is up north. And I do kind of miss the North. I don't miss the cold at all. I don't miss the cold. I don't miss all the snow they're getting up there. Man, the North got hammered with snow this year. I do not miss that at all. I think like if I could ideally like, had all the money in the world, wasn't an issue, I'd be a snowbird. Have a house up there and a house down here. And just, when it's cold up there, be down here. When it's warm down here, be up there. That's probably what I would do. But, yeah, unless I win the lottery, that's not going to be happening, right? Did you see the Big Texan steak place? Oh, no. I didn't realize it was the same place. Well, I got to stop there. So, Big Idea says, did you see the Big Texan steak place from the Great Outdoors in I gotta say, it's Amarillo. No, I kept saying Amarillo. It's Amarillo. Wow. Didn't realize that was the same place. That's a bummer. The Great Outdoors is a great, fantastic movie. I love that film. No, didn't realize it was the same place. I kept seeing billboards for it though. Kept seeing billboards for it where if like you eat the whole steak, you get it for free, and it's like this like 9 million pound steak. They talk about that steak and whatnot. John Candy eats it in the Great Outdoors. Man, no, I didn't realize it was the same place. Well, again, more reason to go out there. I want to go back out there and see stuff and see things I haven't seen yet. Go back out there, but this time I won't go to Cadillac Ranch. I'll go back out that way, and I won't go to the Twin Arrows. I'll go see something else. Definitely. Thank you for letting me know that. Next time you're out in Alabama, you should come to Huntsville. I flew Wet Movie 1 out here and gave him a tour. Can you fly me out there? Says Cody. What's in Huntsville? What should I see in Huntsville? I wonder where that is. I was in what town was I in? Albertville. My mom doesn't live in Albertville. She lives outside of there. But where in proximity is that? Any of your friends inspire your van or road trip, and would like to join you? No, I wouldn't say anybody. I don't have anybody I know who inspired me with my van. I mean, my friend Adam, who passed away, which is the whole which, by the way, again, I should have mentioned, there's the whole reason why I went to California in the first place was I didn't even talk about his events. Oh my gosh. This video is going to be going more than an hour. So the whole reason why I went to California was for Adam the Woo's his memorial they had out there. I was invited out there. My friend Justin Scard from Randomland, he invited me out there. So I went to that. But he traveled in a van, but not like this. He had literally just a cargo van. It was like a low roof kind of. I don't mean it was a cargo van. It was like a typical van with like 2 rows of seats in the back. He took the seats out, put a air mattress back down out there, and he traveled in his van like that. This is a very different setup than what he had, but I wouldn't say that inspired me. I just love the idea of having, you know, a house with me at all times and traveling with a house with me at all times and not having to worry about hotels and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if I really had anybody who inspired me. I would say though, it'd be cool to do Route 66 with Justin Scard because he is a big like Route 66 aficionado. It'd be cool to go on it with him, go on a trip with him to do Route 66 just because he would know like he knows all the like the spots to go see and all the information about stuff. And he knows all the ins and outs. That'd be cool just because he knows so much information about Route 66. It'd be cool to go, you know, do Route 66 with him, but that's about it. Huntsville is where the NASA Space and Rocket Center is. Oh! No, I've been to Huntsville. That's right. I've been there. I went to the Space and Rocket Center. Yeah. No, I went there with my mom. What else is there? Is there anything else to see there? Yeah, I went there with my mom. I shot a video there with my mom a couple months back. Maybe I'm wrong. It just has a similar challenge. Maybe inspired by what? Oh no! Oh, you were wrong. The Big Texan thing in Amarillo, not Amarillo, Amarillo. I keep saying it wrong. Amarillo. It was not the same place. The place they filmed was in California. Okay, still be cool to see that. And matter of fact, if you used to watch Double, is it Dare? Is that what I meant to say? Back in the 80s, 90s on Nickelodeon, A Trip to Space and Rocket Center. Yeah, no, Cody, I shot a video at the Space and Rocket Center. You can go back and look at that. I filmed it there back in, was that September? Maybe it was back in September. Best road trip music? I don't know. I didn't really listen to any road trip music. I was listening to audiobooks and I can't remember the name of this guy. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. There's a YouTuber who I stumbled upon. I don't even know. I think his video came up as a recommendation for some reason. I was like, oh, what's this? And then he had a whole playlist. He's like rebuilding. He's rebuilding an old like carnival ride for his grandkids, and I watched the whole playlist. It's like a 3-year-long playlist. I watched the whole thing of him like rebuilding this, like casting stuff and painting stuff and fixing stuff, and it was really cool to watch this guy build this ride. He's not even done yet. He's still not done. I got through his whole playlist, and I realized like, oh man, he's not done. Like he's still continuing to make videos. So I subscribe to him, and I'll keep watching his videos. But I watched that like all the way out to California, which is a lot of fun, and then listened to a lot of audiobooks as well. Would you like to see a Wild Hogs stunt show? No. I mean, fun movie, but I don't know if I want to see a stunt show based on that. That'd be a weird movie to base a stunt show on, I think. We also have Lowell Mill, Big Spring Park. Lots of culture and nightlife. Okay. Well, I'll have to it's only 30 minutes away. I'll definitely get back out there. Yeah, consider me definitely coming back. I will absolutely come back out there. And if we do, we should meet up. We should totally meet up. Absolutely. What movie character would you trust to drive your van? Mary Jane, Kirsten Dunst. Yeah, she can drive it. She can drive a van anytime. All right, so let's quickly before I go. I'm not gonna make this video too much longer. I'm getting kind of hungry actually. It's like a little bit past. Was it past noon at this point? Can I see what time it is? I can't see what time is it. Somebody let me know what time it is. I can't see what time it is. So, the reason why I went to California in the first place was for Adam the Woo's memorial. Again, I was invited out there when he passed away. You know, I was in talks with Justin Scard, and then he and I are friends. I was in talks with him for a little while, and then when the whole memorial thing came up, he sent me a text and said, "Hey, you know, we're doing this memorial. Do you want to come out? I'll get you on the guest list." And I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." Makes a teacup movie. What plot? Anyway, so yeah, went out there for that. It was awesome. It was great. It was a really cool way for his friends to kind of get together. Not everybody got to get out there, unfortunately. Wow, it's already 2:00. It says, really? In Eastern time? Whoops. Is it really that late? How's it already 2:00? Jeez. Or is it one? Or is it only 1 o'clock? What time? Wow. Jeez. Anyway, 2 o'clock Eastern time. I really should start wrapping this up. So it was a really great way for a lot of Cody says totally, yeah, totally, totally, totally. Cody, we'll meet up. Absolutely. I don't know when. It could be a year from now. It could be a while from now. This isn't going to be a tomorrow thing. I need to stress that. I've talked to some people before. I'm like, yeah, we should meet up. And then like, it's like, I don't do it immediately. And I've had some people get mad at me. I would love to meet up with you. Totally going to happen someday. I just don't know when. Wow, it is 1:40 in Florida. It's almost 2 o'clock. Jeez. So Cody, we will meet up someday. But again, it could be a year from now. Could be shorter. I don't know. It's going to happen. I'm not that petty. You'd be surprised. Some people, some people have said, there's been the past where I've said, yeah, we should totally meet up and hang out. And then like, I just don't make it out there, or our schedules don't meet up, or, or whatever. And man, I've had some people be like, why aren't you hanging out with me? It's like, I have a life. Like I would love to, if I get out there and our schedules meet up, totally. But otherwise, like, I can't control how things work. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, out of the room. A celebration of life. It was a really cool way for a lot of his friends to get out there. Unfortunately, like I said, we didn't all get to make it out there. There were a lot of friends who couldn't make it out there. It was kind of a short notice thing. It wasn't. Do you guys go by military time, Lauren? It's 17:42 p.m. now here in the UK. Do you guys go by military time in the UK? Interesting. So. A lot of people unfortunately couldn't make it because again, it was a spur of the moment thing where it got announced and people got invited, but it was kind of like you got a month to plan this. Like you're invited, come out here, but you got a month to figure out basically how you're getting out here. And there were a lot of people unfortunately who just they have kids or their family, or they got work, or just for one reason or another, or it was just too expensive for one reason or another. They couldn't get out there. I had friends. We were friends with Adam who wanted to go. The twins wanted to go. They were invited, but they couldn't make it. There was just stuff going on. My friend Dre wanted to go, but I believe he said just the cost was a little bit too much right now, to figure it out like within a month's time. My friend Jamie wanted to go. Same thing. I think it was like a cost thing for her. It was too expensive, and it was like driving out there even was pretty expensive. All the gas, but I couldn't even imagine like. If you couldn't drive out there and you had to do a flight, because flights were just crazy expensive. So unfortunately, a lot of people couldn't make it, but a lot of people did make it. There was a lot of people out there who did make it. And it was a great way for all of us to meet up and to, say goodbye to our friend. And a lot of us met for the first time. I met like Philly Captain, a lot of people. He was a super nice guy. We bonded over the fact that we're both he's from Philadelphia. I'm from the Philadelphia area, the greater Philadelphia area. We bonded over Pennsylvania stuff and Scott on Tape. I met. He was really nice. We talked for a while. A lot of really nice people out there who I knew and I knew of through YouTube, who I had never met before, that I finally got to meet and talk to and, exchange numbers and exchange Instagrams and stuff like that. So maybe in the future, I'll get to film with some of those guys and hang out with some of those guys and talk to some of those guys. It was really cool. It was really awesome to just to get to meet those people and to hang out and to say goodbye to our friend. It was a really nice event. It was warm, sitting in the sun. I got a little sunburned sitting in the sun there, but it was really cool. Beautiful event. It was just a great way for us, again, not to, mourn the loss of our friend, but to celebrate our friend's life, to say, yes, we're sad our friend is gone. It is very sad. There are lots of moments where people were tearing up and crying and whatnot because a lot of, sad stuff was said. A lot of heartfelt things said about our friend Adam. But in the long run, it was a celebration. We all hung out afterwards at the events. They eventually did kick us out because I think they had an event going on that evening. So we did eventually get kicked out. But for maybe like an hour or two after the event was over, we all just hung out and talked and reminisced and took pictures and stuff and whatnot at the theater, which was really nice. So it was a nice event. It was a good time. Again, great way for us to say goodbye to our friends, and a great way for a lot of his friends to meet. I think Adam would have really liked it. Adam would have been really happy that that was done. I think for him, Justin kept telling me, he kept saying like Adam would have hated this. He never would have wanted to actually have shown up and to come out to something like this. If somebody else would have passed away, he would have been like, this is dumb. I don't want to go to this. But I think Adam would have actually liked it just because, you know, it was a way for his friends to all come together, to a lot of us to meet each other. You know, always talk about the circle of goodness. You know, I say the power of positivity. He said, you know, he'd always say the circle of goodness. Same basic thing. You know, Justin always says the quest for positivity. It's all the same thing. It's all about being positive and you know, just being nice and, you know, keeping a positive attitude. And I think it really did help us all keep a positive attitude and whatnot, and getting all of us getting to meet and whatnot. It was really, really cool. It was a good time. It was a good time. Happy I went out there and did that. So, all right, we talked about that. So, all right, already come on your comments, and then if you guys have any more questions, ask them now, because we're gonna end this video. It's already like, I can't believe it's 2 o'clock already. Happy you went to that. I enjoyed that YouTuber. Oh, you enjoyed Adam? Yeah, Adam was a great guy, an amazing guy. It was good to be friends with him. Again, my only regret with the whole thing is the fact that I moved down here and just kept on putting off hanging out with him. So many times I ran into him in the parks. We would stop and talk for a while, and it would always end with him going, and he would always say it. It would always be him going, "Hey man, you know, hit me up. We gotta hang out. Let's do something. Let's film. Let's just hang out. You know, doesn't have to be filming. Let's just do something." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And then I just kept putting it off. So I'm like, whatever, I'm down here now. I live down here now. We'll get together eventually. I'll figure something out. You know, we'll figure out a time to get together. And then like 2 years later, I've been down here for like almost like 2 years now, and we didn't get together. Then he passed away. So if you have friends or whoever, you know, hang out with them, get together, chill with them. Don't put off hanging out with people, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. It was cool seeing you in Texas. Hope to see more from there. Yeah, I would love to go back to, it says, Baba Hill says, good to see you in Texas. Texas was cool. I like Texas. Texas was a fun place. You can get like houses for like really cheap in Texas. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, I could probably live in Texas. I don't know where. I'm not sure where in Texas I'd want to live. I don't know Texas well enough to like tell you where the heck I'd want to live. But driving through parts of Texas, I was like, this is nice. I could live here. I don't know. I don't know Texas well enough to say that. It's kind of like Florida. For a long time, I was like, I want to move to Florida. Now that I'm here, I'm kind of like, I kind of miss the North. You know, nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there, kind of thing. Maybe Texas would be the same. I don't know. But Texas would be cool. I like Texas. Once, it was on this trip. Acre says, do you ever get a knock on your van when you're in it? I did. I stopped at a Buc-ee's and was going to sleep there overnight. I've slept in the parking lot of a Buc-ee's multiple times. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of parking in a Buc-ee's that was dead. If you guys don't know what Buc-ee's is a huge like gas station convenience store. It's kind of like almost like Walmart meets gas station. They've got food there, like hot foods, huge assortment of like stuff you can buy. They got all kinds of like travel stuff you can get, tchotchkes, collectibles, clothing, all kinds of stuff. Anything you want, they pretty much have. If you forgot something on your trip, they're gonna have it. Buc-ee's is really cool, and they got like a million gas stations, so gas pumps. So you're good for getting gas. Buc-ee's is pretty cool. I do think it's a little overhyped. I don't think Buc-ee's is as cool as some people make it out to be, but it's still a pretty cool place. And they're always hopping all throughout the day, all throughout the night. People coming and going the whole time. I made the mistake of choosing like the one Buc-ee's that was actually kind of dead. I don't remember what town it was in, but there was barely anybody there. Even when I pulled into the Buc-ee's, I remember thinking, there's not a lot of people here. Like, this is kind of weird. Like, usually I'm used to seeing these Buc-ee's like, you know, middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, still parking lots full. This Buc-ee's, there was like 2 people, and I made the mistake of parking there, and I got a knock on the window saying like, hey, we only allow like 2-hour parking. You got to go. Thankfully, 5 minutes down the road, there was a rest area, and I pulled off and slept there for the rest of the night. But so first time I ever got a knock on the window. It's my first ever window knock, the dreaded window knock. A lot of people, a lot of van life for people talk about it. I never had it happen, thankfully, until this trip. It only happened once. I only got a knock once. But I learned a lesson. If you're gonna stop at Buc-ee's and sleep overnight, if it's very busy, you could probably get away with it. If it's not very busy, you're gonna get a knock. Acre says about going to Busch Gardens with Sean. Yeah, maybe. I haven't been to, I don't know. I guess I would go to Busch Gardens. I kind of want to take him to Legoland. I want to go see Cypress Gardens. No seats or tables to sit at. They don't want you staying. Oh, at Buc-ee's? Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that. You can get your food to go, but there's nowhere to actually like eat there. They don't have any benches outside. Even Wawa's have benches outside. Buc-ee's does not. I never thought about that. Yeah, there are no benches anywhere. No, not outside, not inside, nowhere to stop. You have to, if you're gonna grab something to eat, you gotta eat and go. Never thought about that before. Good point. Yeah, I think there's like a. I think they told me it was a 4-hour limit, or 3-hour limit. I forget. The guy knocked my window in the middle of the night, woke me up, and I was, what? Yeah, guy's like, we only allow people to park here for like X amount of hours. You gotta go. So I was like, great, thank you for letting me know that in the middle of the night. Was kind of wondering if people would knock on the van just to take a look. Happy to see. No, nobody's not. I'm not that popular yet. maybe someday people will knock on my window. Is Retro Rest Stop in there? Maybe if I still did Cinema Sickness, I would get knocks. I still have to build Retro Rest Stop back up, which is again why I want to travel more, because this channel needs more traveling. Cinema Sickness was fine. I could constantly go to the same places and thrift the same places all the time, and people watched the videos and they did very well. This channel, to gain viewers and to gain subscribers, I got to travel more, and that's why this year I've been doing it. And I said my New Year's resolution for this year was to travel more, and I've already been doing it. I've already gone out to California. We've gone. Where have we gone? We've gone a bunch of places already this year, and we're gonna go more. I'm traveling further away. I'm planning out weekends where I can travel away. Maybe even this weekend I might go somewhere. I don't know. I'm traveling. We're gonna go places. We're gonna see things. We're not gonna stick around in the Claremont Winter Garden area all the time. I'm kind of sick of this area. I've done everything there is to do in this area. I want to go show you guys new stuff and go new places and do new things. And we will be going new places and seeing new stuff and doing new things. And I also want to start doing maybe live streams some more. A lot of you guys have been asking for live streams. I want to start doing these more. I said in the beginning of this video, some of you guys may have missed it, that just randomly doing a live stream messes with my algorithms. But I think if I do the live stream, it goes to private, and then I re-upload it the following day. Like this video you're watching right now will be tomorrow's video. This is the video I'm filming today. That's the idea. I can probably do more of these. I think it's gonna work out. I make no promises, but maybe. So I could do these maybe like once a month or something like that. I could do a live stream once a month or something like that. But it would be during the day like this. Again, I can't do them at night. My schedule doesn't allow me to do live streams at night anymore like I did. I don't have a basement to go into at 8 o'clock at night and film till like 10 o'clock at night. It doesn't work that way anymore, unfortunately. So it would be during the day like this. If you guys want like that, first give this video a thumbs up, but also leave a comment. Let me know if you want more live streams. But again, they're going to be during the day. Some of you guys might be at school. Some of you guys might be at work. I apologize. I just can't really do them at night. Maybe someday, maybe my schedule will change eventually, and maybe I can start doing them at night. But as of right now, with the way my schedule is and the way my life is, they have to be during the day. There's just no choice. All right, a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna go. I'm actually getting really hungry, and again, it's 2 o'clock. I only had a small breakfast this morning. Movie question. If you could have gone on the set of any movie being filmed ever, what one? Jeez, any movie set? That's hard to say. Maybe Gilmore Girls. It's not a movie, but maybe Gilmore Girls. I know you can actually go. You can go on the set of Gilmore Girls, sort of. It's the Warner Brothers lot, but it would have been cool to be there like while they were filming. That'd have been neat. Something I was thinking is that there are a lot of people I know with massive physical media private collections and archives in Florida and the Southeast. Perhaps you can tour them and make deals. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. You'd hear me. Wait, what are you saying, Lauren? You'd hear me. You would hear me fangirling outside of it and being like, oh, and I'd be like, British. That's Lauren. I see what you're saying. I'd hear you outside the van. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, Chris, you're right. It's not that hard, Dave. Spice Girl filming set. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there you go. It would have been cool to see been on the Spice Girls. But what set would I want to have been on? I'm thinking of the whole movie now, and I'm like, but where would I want to have been? I don't even know. I don't even know. Maybe at like the very beginning of the movie where like um where they come in with the song. What is it? Too much. I think they're singing. That'd have been cool. There's a lot of people in that scene. That would have been neat. Maybe that scene, and then been in the background or something, being like, Spice Girls. All right, guys. Well, I think, and then Lauren could have hung out with me because they shot that whole movie over in the UK. Lauren, if I ever come to visit, I don't know. I'd have to look up to find filming locations. But just to let you know, if I ever come visit the UK, I don't know. I know the UK is a big country. I know where you probably live is way different from where it was all filmed or whatever. But I'm not one of those people who think like, everybody in the UK knows each other. It's a small little country. No, big country, big place. I know, but we'd have to find Spice World filming locations, and like for like a month straight, I would just film Spice Girl filming locations, and fangirl out, and freak out. I'm standing where Posh stood. This is where Jerry was standing. This is this happened. That'd be awesome. Did I go to any cool places in LA? No, just Anaheim, just Disneyland. That was it. That was all. That was the only place I went out in that area. I didn't have a lot of time out there, and again, I was so tired. And Saturday I did Disneyland. I mean, I got out there Friday. I went to the Pacific Ocean on Friday. Dipped my toe in the ocean. That was awesome to see. I finally got to be in the Pacific Ocean. That was, again, the only two things I had planned for the whole trip. I don't plan stuff, but the only two things I actually planned for the trip was Pacific Ocean. I wanted to see the Pacific Ocean because that's like, I can't, okay, I'm going to say that's as far west as you can get. Yes, I know the coast goes like that, and I could go to Alaska. I know I can get further west, but I mean, like, I wanted to be like on the East Coast. I wanted to be like on the coastline of the United States. I've been on the coastline of the United States, East Coast. I wanted to be on the coastline of the United States, West Coast, and just stand and dip my toe into in the Pacific Ocean. That was a plan that I knew I was doing. And then Adam's event, I knew I was doing. The whole rest of the time, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no plan. So got there Friday, got to the hotel, in the evening, unpacked. I didn't go sightseeing. I was tired. I just sort of chilled. And then Saturday, and I want to get to bed early because Saturday I got up real early to go, like 6 o'clock in the morning to go to Disneyland. Did that. Went to Adam's event. I was out for a long period of time for the day at Adam's event, and then I left the following day. So I didn't really have a lot of time in California, and what time I did have was spent doing other stuff. So, but I'll be back. I'll go back out to California. I want to go see everything. I don't want to be that guy who was on his deathbed and thinks to himself, man, I've seen this town. I want to be the guy on the deathbed going, I've seen the United States. I've been to this attraction. I've seen that. I've been here. I've been there. I've been to all these amazing, I've been everywhere, man. I've been to all these places. I've seen the world's largest ball of twine in Minnesota. By the way, driving through Albuquerque, if it was during the day, I would have stopped and seen the world-famous Holiday Inn, where the towels are oh so fluffy. You can eat soup out of the ashtrays. It's okay. They're clean. Wacka wacka doo doo, yeah. Man, I was so bummed I was driving through Albuquerque at night. Maybe next time. Maybe next time I drive through Albuquerque during the day, I'll stop off and see the world-famous Holiday Inn in Albuquerque. Yeah, that stinks. That would have been cool. I wanted to make a video about that, but I didn't. But I want to go see everything. I want to go travel. Like, that's just, I mean, call it a midlife crisis or whatever, but I wouldn't even call it a midlife crisis because, that'd be great. Then I'd live to be like 80-something years old. That'd be awesome. Hey, Josh is here. Hey, Josh. Glad I got to see you guys too on my trip. That was awesome. Yeah, I just want to go see. I want to go travel the United States and Canada. I really want to see Canada as well. That is like my life goal, to just travel and to see the United States, to go visit things in the United States. Lauren says, and the UK. Yes, and the UK. To go visit things in the United States. Lauren, just come over here. Why don't you come over here? We hang out over here. But I do. It would be cool to go to the UK. But if I don't get to make it, come out over here. We can hang out over here. I'll take you to Walt Disney World. Yeah, but I want to go travel. I want to go see things. I want to just see all the weird, cool, quirky stuff out there. I want to go see roadside attractions. I want to go, I want to see everything from like roadside attractions to amusement parks and to national parks. I just want to go see everything there is to see out there. I want to do as much as I possibly can and see as much as I possibly can, so that when, the day comes where I meet my maker, I can look back and go, man, I did a lot. I saw a lot. I got to see all these cool things. I got to visit all these cool places, and I get to bring you guys along with me. That's the other fun too. I love bringing you guys along with me. I always say in my videos, we are here, we are at this place, we are checking this out. And by we, I always mean you and me, because you're with me. You're always with me. As my friend Adam would say, vicariously. You guys are with me in spirit, in heart, at all these places, coming with me. And I appreciate it. I love reading your comments. I love you guys making suggestions on places I should go. It's awesome. And the more I travel, the more you guys can make suggestions. And, I want to hear from you guys. And I love hearing the weird stuff too. I love when you guys, it's cool to go see, a roadside attraction that's pretty famous, but I love it when you guys are like, hey, do you know about this weird thing like in this town? I'm like, no, let me know about it. I want to go see that. I was talking to a lady about that at the credit union in Needles, California, how, as much as I love seeing all the big historical popular things, I'm like, I love, going to go visit that little rock in that town that George Washington stepped on, back during the Revolutionary War, that nobody cares about except for me. So anyway, guys, all right, I think I'm gonna let you guys go. It's getting late. It's like, is it past 2 o'clock at this point? I'm hungry. I'm gonna go to Culver's. As I'm talking to you guys, I just really got the mood to get Culver's. I could go for a kid's meal at Culver's. That's the trick. That's the trick. I was telling my mom that. If you guys don't know that, I'm gonna give you guys the lowdown on eating at Culver's. Get the kids meal. Same size hamburger. If you're eating there, you get a small drink, but the small, like medium-sized drink, small drink. It's almost the same size. And if you're eating there, even better, because you can get free refills. Comes with a fry that's like the same size as the meal, and you get custard, free custard with it as well. So you're paying. The kids meal is cheaper than it is to get just a hamburger, and it doesn't even make any sense. If you just buy a hamburger at Culver's, you're paying like $10. They're charging you like $10 for a hamburger. If you get the kids meal, it's under $10, and you're getting the same size burger and all the other stuff as well. It makes no sense. I don't get their price points at Culver's. So there's your oh no, Chris, I talked about that earlier. I didn't try In-N-Out. I was going to, I didn't have time, but I will try In-N-Out one of these days. It's definitely on my bucket list of things to do. Do a video trying In-N-Out burger. It'll happen. Also, out by my mom's, there's a place called Jack's. I've never been. Not Jack in the Box. Jack's. Never been. She's got a couple out by her house. Next time I go out to Alabama for a length of time, I am gonna try some Jack's. I'm gonna eat at Jack's. If you guys have eaten there, leave your comments down below. So I forget what I was saying at this point. Oh, Culver's. Yeah, that's your trick for Culver's. Get the kids meal. You get more stuff, same amount of stuff, more stuff for way cheaper. But don't tell anybody, because if they change that would suck, because I love paying like very little for a lot. All right, so yeah, oh, Caleb's here as well. Josh was here. Caleb's here. Yeah, long time no see. It was cool getting to see you guys. I was driving, like they live in the Macon, Georgia area, and which is cool. They actually live between where my mom lives and where I live in Florida. They live like right between, which is really cool. So I definitely plan on making some, like when I go visit my mom, maybe I'll plan things out better and make a stop off in Georgia and Macon, Georgia to see them. But it just so happens that the way it worked out, I was driving through Macon, Georgia at like noon. I looked at my time, looked at where I was. I was like, man, I'm in Macon. It's noon. I was like, why don't I meet up with the guys? Why don't we go like thrift or something? Why don't we go see something and hang out for like an hour or something like that? I got some time, until I need to get back home. I need to get home like that night, but I knew if I just hung out with them I was only like 5 hours away from home here in Florida. So I knew if I just hung out with them for like an hour or so, I'd still make it home in time. So, yeah, I just hit him up. I texted them and said, hey, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys at? They were like, we're at church. I was like, oh yeah, it's Sunday. But thankfully it was noon. So they were like just getting out of church. They're like, we're going to go home, change quick, and we'll meet you at the Big Peach Antique Mall. And then we went to the Big Peach Antique Mall and thrifted there. Got some cool stuff. I would show you guys where, I don't think it's all up there now. I got some pennants and whatnot. Well, my Lancaster one's there. I hung my Lancaster one already right there. My Reading one is hung up. Wait, I can't do it. I can't. That's weird. I can't point to it. Everything's backwards. I got my Reading one hung up there, and I still have to hang up the Roadside America one. Still has to get hung up. All right, guys. Seriously, it's been 100 minutes now. It's over an hour and a half. I'm gonna let you guys go. This video went way longer than I anticipated. If you guys want me to do more live streams, gotta be during the day. As of now, anyway, they're gonna be again. Maybe things will change someday, but right now, if I do live streams, they're going to be during the day. But I could do one of these like once a month. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about doing it. So if you guys want more of these, leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Let me know. Yes, do more live streams. They might not always be in the van. Maybe they'll be in the van. Maybe they can be from like me at places. Maybe I'll do a live stream from the parks. Or I'll do, Chris, no, I'm not going to block this year, unfortunately. Or I'll do a live stream from, a roadside attraction or something like that. We could do that. But I do like doing them in the van. It's nice. I have my fold-out table that I got right now. It's nice to sit in here talking to you guys. This is great. Nice breeze blowing through the open door here. I love being in my, I just love being in my van. It's a little bit of a mess right now. I haven't fully unpacked yet. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it. So, like I said, if you want more of these videos, leave your comments down below. I'm gonna go get some Culver's. I'm gonna go get a kids meal that's the same size as adult food, and free custard at Culver's. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it. If you guys have never been to a Culver's, check them out. They're pretty good. They're butter burgers. They're good. All right, guys. So again, that's gonna do it. So, as always, thank you all so much for checking out the video. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. Check down below for links to Spreadshirt. Hit the join button to become a member of this channel. It really does help out. It puts a little gas in Vanabelle, so I do appreciate that. You can also put a donation down below. There's a link to Venmo as well. Some of you guys have been helping out that way. I really appreciate that. These videos are powered by you. Getting to places is because of you. I put gas in Vanabelle because I make these videos, because of you guys. To go somewhere, I couldn't do it if not for you guys watching and thumbs upping and donating and stuff like that. It really does help out. In these live streams, you can make a donation right there. Are the donations working? I don't even know. You guys can make a donation, right? Maybe right there. It's right there on my screen. You guys can do that on live streams, so I appreciate that. All right, so if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, I'm gonna give you two choices. You can hashtag more live streams if you want more live streams, or hashtag no live streams if you don't want live streams. I have a feeling more live streams is going to win out, but let's find out. Let's find out. Again, won't be doing these all the time, but maybe like once a month I can do one or something like that. And then do them again, sometimes in the van, sometimes, from the park or at a roadside attraction or just wherever. And then I'll just upload the video. People are already, I meant in the comments, not in the stream. People are leaving more live streams. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing it and then just upload them the following day. Like this will be my video for tomorrow. So those of you who got to come along with me in this live stream, awesome. For those of you who are watching this tomorrow, this was today's video and you get to watch it the following day. So, all right, again, that's going to do it, guys. So, yeah, again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, guys. Just giving that little thumbs up. You guys don't even know how much a thumbs up helps out a video. And I don't even mean just me, any video. If you ever watch a YouTube video that you enjoy, hit the thumbs up button. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps that YouTuber out immensely. Man, if everybody who watched these videos just hit that thumbs up button, Can't even begin to tell you how much it would make. So yeah, me, anybody else, if you ever watch a YouTube video that you like, hit the thumbs up. It helps out. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in tomorrow's video. From where? I don't know. I have no plans for tomorrow. Don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I have no idea. I need to go to the parks. I need to go to Hollywood Studios to get something. I'm going to leave it a surprise. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is I need to get there. But I'm blocked out. I'm blocked out at the moment from Hollywood Studios because I have the Pirate Pass and it's spring break week and they blocked out anybody who doesn't have the Incredipass. So next week, got to go next week. I want to go tomorrow, but I can't. So anyway, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye, everybody. I will see you all in tomorrow's video. And if we do more live streams, I'll see you next time I do a live stream. And thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. How do I stop this? I don't know. Do I press a button somewhere? Wait, sir, how do I? Oh, there's an X. There's an X. I think I hit the X. All right, thanks for watching. It's been so long since I've done a live stream. Oh my gosh, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video, but only if you hit that subscribe button and that like button. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. And I think this is it. Bye.